What is up, you guys? Pete DiCarlo here, and today we're going to be doing an update on Palantir. If you haven't watched the video that I made yesterday talking about the Palantir position that I closed out for a loss, giving my exact reasons why, and now Palantir seeming like it's doing exactly what I thought it was going to do yesterday and bouncing. But go back and watch that video. In this video, we're going to go over the flow for the day. We're going to go over where I see this thing going now that we have actually held this support very, very well, as well as the $10 million in dark pools. And we're also going to be talking about the overall stock market. A lot of people have been asking me to do a video on it. And since I don't want to do a standalone video on it, since those don't really get the amount of traction that we normally get from the algorithm, because to me, as much as I want to put out a 10-minute video all about the market for itself, I'm not going to do that if it's only going to get 100 views. You know what I mean? It just doesn't make sense for me to waste my time like that, or to waste your guys' time by putting too many videos out. So we'll talk about Palantir. We're going to go over the flow, talk about some potential positions, and then if you stick around to the end, we're going to go over the entire market, which has actually held very, very well here, guys. Hit the like button, subscribe to this channel, check out our Discord. It's completely free. The link is in the description. You guys get access to tons of free courses, live streams, seminars, webinars, and the best unusual options bot out there. This is the same exact information that I use to trade with unusual flows, dark pools, heat maps, algos, everything that I use. It's $200 a month, and not a single Discord gives it away for free the way that we do. So go ahead and check it out, guys. We'd love to have you become part of our family. We've got almost 5,000 people in there, and our goal is to have 25,000 by the end of the year. It's a huge one, but I know we can do it, and we can become the biggest free community and the best free community out there. Now, let's take a look at Palantir, and let's look at how Palantir has been trading today so far. You can see we are still under that big support of $18, which I was initially very afraid of us breaking yesterday. But if we pop this horizontal trend line here, you can see that we have been holding this last line in the sand down here at $17, and we are holding a very, very strong hammer doji, or depending upon where we close, a dragonfly doji. Both of those are bullish. Now, of course, we are still under support, which doesn't mean like that this is all done with and that we're all good and we don't have to worry. We still should be worried. Not so much, there's not FUD, not worrying about things that, potentially cutting your positions too soon, kind of like I did yesterday. But you should still realize, like, there's still a chance that we can completely drop down to like $15, $14. So don't worry about that. I'm not trying to get anybody worried or scared, but it is an implication that could potentially happen. But as of right now, we have this very strong hammer doji here, looking very good. RSI is still pointing down. The MACD is looking like it's going to cross to the downside, which you have to remember, RSI, MACD, they're all lagging indicators. The TTM has released, which means that this big squeeze that we had here, basically from the 9th of December, has now released back to the downside, and we could potentially see a complete move back up to $18 and then potentially try to hold here. We did have good volume today across the board on shares. You can see not as high as yesterday in selling pressure, but a little higher than an average day. And right now we are holding here. We are looking like this could be a good support, and then we could try to bounce. The 1 hour RSI is pointing up. The MACD does look like we are going to cross probably tomorrow. And you can also see as well that at this point we have this gap that we could end up filling on the 1 hour back up to 18, which is really what I'm going to be watching. Now, we're going to go into the flow of Palantir, and looking at the flow so far, good amount of calls coming into the close today. A lot of 120, 2023, so a lot of people loading up on leap positions. Nothing insane. We did have this $10 million dark pool that came through on the left side of your screen. You can see this little chart here, a 10 million and a $5 million dark pool that came through. I don't know if those were buys or sells, because normally you can get a pretty clear indication. Like, for instance, this Tesla one that came through about an hour ago, this one was definitely a buy. You can see as soon as it came through, stock ran. This Palantir one, I'm not really sure, but so far, it doesn't seem like it was a massive sell to drive the stock lower. We did hit 52-week lows multiple times today, and so far, looking pretty good. Like, we're holding here. We're definitely not out of the woods, like I said before, but we are holding here. For me personally, if I was looking at taking a position, and I do have puts, so I actually did I should preface this that after I made that video yesterday, I did end up opening another position on Palantir. It is not my shares, so I was holding those shares, but I did open up another position on Palantir, and what I did was I did a put credit spread. So I actually sold a 1650 put and bought a 16 put, and currently right now I am up $40. So not much, but still, plan is to probably do put credit spreads and continue to sell cash secured puts to recoup the $1,400 and just roll them out over and over. But the way that I would be playing Palantir is probably doing a put credit spread or selling a cash secured put. For me, selling cash secured put, I would be looking to sell most likely this $15 put, or maybe we'd say $15.50. It'd be a pretty good one because then we can roll it out from there. If we sold a $15 put, you have an 82% chance of profit. For every $1,500 you put up, you make $18 in return, which is a little more than 1%. And if you want to be a little bit riskier and do a put credit spread, you could sell a $16 put for next Friday and then also buy a $15.50 put. And if you do it correct, it's going to say put credit spread, and you can see for every $40 you put up, that's $10 in return, which is a 25% return, which I think is pretty good because even though you do have only an 76% chance of profits, your return is still sizable. I kind of talked about this a bit in the Tesla video I did on traders helping traders earlier, where I was trying to explain, like, you don't want to step in front of the steamroller to pick up pennies. You don't want to be doing spreads where, like, you have a 97% chance of profit and you're making $10-20 by risking $1,000-$2,000, and then the one time you get screwed with your pants down and you actually get assigned, you lose all of your money. You don't want to do that. So I think this is a really good risk versus reward. This is what I would be looking at for Palantir. Now let's talk about the overall market, because I know that you guys have been asking me about this. SPY has done a very good job holding this support today. You can see we have a 468 price that we're at right now. We do have this nice strong band right here of volume that we're trying to hold. Also lines up with the EMA, and technically we are under it, but we're still holding this range. What would worry me is if we break 466, we would drop all the way back down to 450 and then probably hold 450. If we were to snap 450, then we would really drop back down to like 430. But so far, this is the range that I'm looking at, and SPY has been able to hold it, which is a very good sign. Now, the NASDAQ was looking very bearish today, but actually is able to hold at this point that we're looking at right now. The Dow actually did really well too. The Dow holding this support here, still down 0.34%, you know, nothing crazy, but so far still holding. Triple Qs, talked about this, down at support once again, and you can see here, if we draw a horizontal line, this support on triple Qs is actually right where this old support or this old resistance was at 380. So it does look like we might try to hold this. We do have a good area of volume here, but if we do give up 380, triple Qs is going down to 370, and the Russell 2000 broke through point of control support. If anything, the Russell worries me, but you'll notice we do have an inverted head and shoulders here on the Russell 2000. So it does seem like Russell could pull back more, and then we could try to see this breakout. But at this point right now, I'm treating everything and taking everything with a grain of salt. I really am focusing on just doing cash secured puts, selling puts. I also too have some call positions that I have open for like the next 4 to 5 months, which I'm not adding on. And then I also have shares that I have in a lot of companies like Affirm. I wish I would have grabbed more at 73. It filled the gap. I'm going to do a standalone video on this for anybody who is in this. But overall, not a bad day of trading, guys. I hope this video helps. Hit the like button, subscribe. Let me know if you like having a total market recap at the end of these Palantir videos. Let me know any tickers you guys want me to look at in the comments. As always, thank you for all the support. Check out our Discord if you want. You can upgrade to get access to all of my trades. So far in the last 4 days, I am up 2,000. Let me see what I closed out in profits so far. $2,107, and we made 11 grand last month. So the goal is consistency. The goal is profitability, guys. That will be in the Discord. You just go to the upgrade section. Thank you for everything, and I'll see you later.